Okay, this is the House Judiciary Committee. It's about 4:40. We have a couple bills. I'm just going to say, I think on the voting list was Senate Bill 221. We're not going to be able to get to that in this voting session. Senate Bill 40, we're also not getting to that in this voting session. We have two bills. 192 is where we're going to start. And the Vice Chair has an amendment, so we're going to let him talk about it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the bill, as introduced, was the facial recognition technology bill that you may recall. We also voted another law enforcement technology and surveillance bill earlier this session dealing with the school bus cameras. We voted it out like 110 to 20 or something like that, and it was a pretty overwhelming vote. We are adding that bill to this bill to put the two law enforcement surveillance technologies on one bill in the interest of saving time, because our friends across the street are a little too slow moving individual bills out at the moment. Thank you.
Motion for a favorable on the amendment and a second. Is there discussion on the amendment? For all of our new members, welcome to Sine Die. That's about what this is. Any discussion? All in favor of the amendment, raise your hands. Oh, wait, Delegate Tolles, did you have a question on the amendment? Delegate Tolles with a question on the amendment, please. That's all right.
Amended into a statewide bill, but it had the unanimous support of the Montgomery County delegation, which has the longest track record and most expansive use of school bus cameras in the state. We were the first to do it. We have them on every single bus in Montgomery County. So that's why it started as a Montgomery County bill.
No, that's fine. So is it a statewide bill?
It's now a statewide bill, though. So it reflects changes to any county that's currently operating a stop arm camera as a means of a violation. And just so people understand the reason for this, many school systems are putting school bus stops on 8-lane state highways that don't have pedestrian medians in the center, which is somewhat dangerous. But what we've now done is we're issuing $250 tickets to people 8 lanes away coming in the opposite direction of the school bus. And so we've asked for years for the school system to look at adjusting the locations of the stops, but they've chosen to just sit there and keep everything the same, even though people keep blowing past these stops, because they're collecting $250 per infraction. And so we're trying to put some guardrails on this process. It's been a 5-year process that we've been studying this issue between ENT, the county delegation, and the various stakeholders. I could bore you with more details, but it's a good bill.
I just had a quick, I just had a quick follow-up. So refresh my recollection of how facial recognition and what you just said in terms of, I understand, I support us having these, cameras for our school buses because our children need to be safe while they're going to and from school. But what does the facial recognition in the school bus kind of, I know we're putting bills together now, but I was
you have to have a nexus of subject matter, and here they're both law enforcement technology bills.
So if somebody goes past the school bus, and what would the facial recognition do?
No. It's two separate bills glued together.
Right, I got that part.
The facial recognition bill is about law enforcement. It's about putting ground rules on what crimes they can use that technology
Right,
for.
I got that, because I'm looking at this amendment 737. Is that the one you on 37298?
Yep.
And it says facial recognition and school bus stops.
Right, because we're adding this school bus bill to the facial recognition bill.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm looking at the title that's thrown. Got it. Okay, thank you.
There's not facial recognition technology being placed on school buses. There is a motion and a second for the amendment. All in favor of the amendment, please raise your hands. Anybody opposed? Seeing none, the amendments are adopted. We're on the bill as amended. There's a motion for favorable and a second. Is there further discussion on this bill that does not put facial recognition technology on school buses? All right, the vice chair. Yes. Munoz? No. Crutchfield? It's excused. Cardin? Yes. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yeah, okay. Schmidt? Is it no? It's no. Simmons? Boucher? Phillips? Yes. Tomlinson? Erican? Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer is excused. Young? Yes. Valentine? No. Conaway? Yes. Kaufman? Yes. Williams? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The motion is adopted. All right, now we're going to go to Senate Bill 291. Senate Bill 291. We heard this bill early in session, and there was another hearing that we had afterwards. After some extensive conversations with the Speaker's office, this bill is before you, and you have an interlineated version that would should do two things. One, it would replace, we added the word bodily on line 10 on page 2, liability for bodily injury. But it also would exclude recreational, it would include in the exclusion of a recreational facility a summer camp that operates for less than 12 weeks in a year. That's the chair's amendment. Could I have a motion? There's a motion and a second on the amendment. And we'll, this is the summer camp part is not. It is brand new. And so the goal here is the Senate would need to concur. The Senate also has a bill that they have at second reader that is sitting over there. Again, welcome to sine die. I don't know what will happen, and so we're going to give them basically a different choice with this amendment. Any further discussion? All in favor of the amendments, raise your hands. Anybody opposed? All right, the amendments are adopted. Can I have a motion on the bill as amended? Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on the bill as amended? Delegate Valentine.
Mr. Chair, what does this exclude a summer camp?
It would allow the summer camp to continue to use the language in those contracts that they are seeking to change. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. The vice chair. Yes. Munoz. Yes. Crutchfield is excused. Cardin. Yes. Bartlett. Yes. Embry. Yes. Pasteur. Yes. Tolles. Yes. Schmidt. Yes. Simmons. Yes. Boucher. Yes. Phillips. Yes. Tomlinson is excused. Erican excused. Taylor. Yes. Simpson. Yes. Grammer. Excused. Young. Yes. Valentine. Yes. Conaway. Yes. Kaufman. Yes. Williams. All right. Here, okay. Well, that took a little less time than I thought it would, and that's fine. We're good with that. I'm going to alert members of the committee that we are more likely than not to have future voting sessions in the old House chamber or in the Silver Room, because now is the time of session where it's harder to get back and forth from here to there. And so we want to make it easier for people to get to a voting session. So for those of us watching at home, we're going to more than likely be in the House, in the old House chamber going forward, depending on how long this next session goes. And with that, and since I have 3 minutes before the bells ring, I need to thank some people right now. And so I hope they would be in the, are they in the committee room? They are? Okay. Well, let's thank some people, including the interns in our offices here. Adriana sitting here. Isaiah and Abigail, where are they from the Vice Chairman's office? Are they not in here? Oh, what is wrong with your interns? Why aren't they in here? They're all over the place. I want to recognize all the new members of this committee from Delegates Tomlinson, Taylor, Simpson, Young, Valentine, Kaufman, Embry, Pasteur, Schmidt, Simmons, Boucher, and Phillips. Thank you all very much. The gang of bandits is what we're calling them now? Okay. All right, the merry people, that would be fine. I do want to, just for a moment, we deal with very difficult things and very difficult issues in this committee, and I do want to recognize the ranking Republican member, Delegate Munoz, for all of her work. I want to thank our subcommittee chairs, Delegate Cardin and his aide, Matt Horn, Delegate Williams and her aide, Brianna Bell Freeman, and I wish she were here, but Delegate Crutchfield and her aide, Jeremiah Pope. I have been blessed to have two good vice chair, and the current one is in another chair over there. So, but the two of us were once called the odd couple. I don't know why, but I am privileged to have the best vice chair in Annapolis, in Delegate David Moon. To everybody who helps us do our work, ranging from the clerk's office, the amendment office, the bill drafters, the printer's office, all of you watching at DLS because you can't stop watching. The House Administrator Morgan Streeter, the team in the governor's office who's here with us in the room today, our custodial teams. Our custodial team, Mr. Steve and Miss Greta, and those in the speaker's office. And the team, the patient team at OIS, who will someday get the microphones right. Thank you all very, very much. Chris Severa, our trooper, everybody. Where's your staff? Your staff's not here. All right, so is Shanique here? Where's Shanique? Shanique's here. Shanique Palmer, committee clerk. Denise Vicinio, our front desk person. Whitney Duck. Whitney Duck. Will Shorter. I have the three best counsels in Annapolis, too. Lauren Nestor, Claire Rossmark, and Holly Vandergrift. Members of the committee should know that I have been very, very lucky to have Dylan Goldberg as the chief of staff for this committee for several years. All right. Okay. He has been completely adequate. He foolishly is going to be leaving us for another job, apparently with the governor of the state of Maryland, and apart from his obviously bad judgment in taking that job, we all wouldn't be here without his care and his attention, it's sometimes gentle but understanding no, but he helps every member of this committee. He does it all the time, and he has helped me out in any number of different ways, and so I am forever appreciative to Dylan and look forward to his career going wonderfully from here. So thank you very much, Dylan. Thank you very much. All right, that concludes this voting session of the House Judiciary Committee. There will be more. We will see you on the floor.